Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wise 4E channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Christine Brown, star of Sister Wise, seems to be living the ideal life, but her recent achievements might be exposing her darker side. Christine never gave the consequences of her breakup with Kody Brown any thought. She took a rather audacious decision, and it turned out to be very beneficial for her. Being wealthy and successful, Christine can feel untouchable. She might be losing her mind due to the energy boost she got from parting ways with Kody and the acclaim she received for making that decision. 18th season Sister Wise celebrity years passed while Christine held her anger inside until she eventually left her marriage. Her rage was very understandable. She was spiritually bonded to a man who would only give her a sexual encounter 5 times a year. Christine is a passionate, caring person who yearns for closeness. She is very much alive. Christine's departure and the subsequent exodus were caused by Kody's repeated rejection of her and his emotional disregard. Kody ought to have lost each and every one of his wives. Robin Brown, his current partner, is finding it difficult to live with him. Christine is not an angel, even though she has her reasons. Christine wasn't happy with her first marriage. Her aspirations of that day never materialized. They were simply fantasies. She wasn't dressed in the ideal white gown. She might not have recognized it at the time, but her groom wasn't the proper man. She was granted a second chance. The problem with this is that, on her special day, she appeared to exact a small amount of revenge. Mary Brown's exclusion from the proceedings was a sign of Christine's ego. Christine could not have been unaware that the snub would be noticed by all. Instead of being the stronger person and inviting Mary to the celebration, she chose to be humble. Though it hasn't exactly been easy, Mary's life has improved greatly recently as a result of her new connection with Amos Andrews. Naturally, Christine didn't help matters. Many doubts arose regarding Mary's absence from Christine and David Woolley's wedding after the specifics of the event were made public. Mary, who always seemed to be the victim of the worst emotional abuse during her incredibly unfulfilling spiritual union with Kody, must have found it extremely awkward. Rather of integrating Christine into the situation, she carried on the malevolent trend that had been set years earlier. She froze off her previous sister wife. It's possible that Mary has a darker side as well, which would account for why Christine didn't include her on her guest list. Peyton Brown accused Mary of abusing him, saying that in their early years she had been quite nasty to him and the other Brown children. Additionally, Janelle Brown opened up to Mary in the autobiographical novel Becoming Sister Wise. She claimed that Mary wasn't pleased with the way she handled home chores. Though Mary isn't flawless, she has a long history with Christine. Christine may come to regret her choice when she chose not to invite her. Although Christine hasn't been particularly cruel to Kody on social media, she has made fun of her former by taking light-hearted barbs at him. Though it's possible that Christine likes it when people make fun of him, nothing she did was horrible. The idea of an amicable separation is fantastic in theory, but few people can actually make that happen. Hence, few splits occur without some bad blood. Even after spending decades together, Christine and Kody still struggle with things that can't be fully healed. That's the reason they initially split up. Thus, it seems sense that Christine is attempting to rile up Kody. Perhaps Christine is stronger now than she has ever been in her entire life. She is incredibly strong. Before splitting from Kody, she started a weight loss adventure, and she's still amazing and fit. Her children genuinely adore her. They have her back and are always there for her. She also has David, who, according to People, defended her by referring to Kody as a... Christine wanders into the past despite all of these blessings, which is probably what she should be concentrating on. She posted a baking tutorial and her "I Tried Polygamy" t-shirt on Instagram. Christine looked fresh-faced and unhurried as she prepared some delectable goodies. She knew, of course, that the t-shirt she was sporting would become the focus of memes and remarks. She obviously wore it for that reason. All in all, Christine has moved on like a boss. However, it seems like she has an ego these days. Perhaps she is deserving of one. She took a risk that no other wife would have dared undertake. She left a multiple marriage that was causing dissatisfaction for all parties. Her capacity to step back from the terrible and toxic circumstance was remarkable. Christine had a hilarious take on a theme in the post below. Was Kody the target of Christine's post? Indeed, that's the enjoyable part of it. He's been talking a lot about his unloved wife for years. He's not held back in pointing out all of their shortcomings and making them feel insignificant. Like with the rejection of the wedding invitation, Christine seemed to be taking pleasure in sticking the boot in. When she attempted to have a sexual relationship with her spouse, he would shoot her down. This lady has made her reparations. She has a right to happiness, but she's a touch bragging now that she has it. She resembles a sportsperson who had just won a major match or broken a record. She will, nevertheless, ultimately lose. Anger precedes a downfall. Christine Brown of Sister Wives will regret seeming to be so incredibly happy if something were to happen to her husband. If only because of the phrases on her clothing, she could have wished that she had avoided making fun of Kody more. Christine, though, seems to be very confident right now. She isn't actually confronting anyone, nor is she running away from anything. She is simply existing, but with a little of conceit to spice things up. Gwendolyn Brown of Sister Wives' choice to miss her mother's wedding could have significant implications. Although, according to Yahoo Entertainment, her organic chemistry class was the official explanation for her decision to skip the extremely important event, Gwendolyn might not agree with her mother moving on so quickly. Even mature children like Gwendolyn may find it extremely difficult when their parents divorce and subsequently find new companions. Thus, Christine's daughter may have been communicating her discomfort by choosing to remain silent rather than speak the words. Another possibility is that Christine has changed excessively since her divorce. Is Christine experiencing a midlife crisis at the moment? She almost seems to be trying too hard at times. She is focusing so much of her energy on Kody, another person. Honestly, she doesn't really need to be making fun of him on Instagram. She makes a decision that might reveal how inflated her ego actually is. However, insecurity can also be the dark side of this kind of hubris. Did she really need all these showy gestures if she was that confident? Furthermore, even if Gwendolyn frequently disparages her father, she might not appreciate that her mother also does so. The dynamic is really problematic overall. Although it makes obvious that emotions would be fresh following a breakup, the animosity has actually been brewing for years. It's terrible that Kody's children from his previous relationships feel pressured to publicly criticize and side with their father. It is a result of the unhealthy poly-marriage relationship model and is anything but desirable. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.